Whether the screen is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in previous lecture, I have introduced myself. I am Mrs. P. A. Satarkar. I will be handling your computer graphics subject for this semester, theory as well as practicals. So in previous lecture, we have seen the PO's vision, mission of the department and program specific objectives, that is PSOs. So all these things we have discussed. Now we are going to start with the syllabus of your subject, computer graphics. So in the syllabus of computer graphics, you have 2 sections with 3 chapters each. So total 6 chapters you will be having. In section 1, the first unit is based on the basic concepts and devices. So for computer graphics, nowadays you are knowing that you might be watching the cartoons and the animated movies. So all they are nothing but developed by using the computer graphics. So here the basic concepts, that is nothing but the introduction of the computer graphics, its applications, then what is the meaning of every point on the screen, what is resolution, what is aspect ratio, and we are going to see the display devices. So different display devices and the interactive devices, input output devices like joysticks, touch panels, light pens, we are going to see in the first chapter. Then second is the raster scan graphics. In that we are going to learn how to draw a line on the screen. So the output screen is composed of different points and you have to join 2 points in order to get a line. So for that different algorithms are there. So we are going to learn those algorithms along with the drawbacks and advantages of those algorithms. Similarly, we are going to learn the circle generation algorithm. Then we will be checking how to fill a polygon with specific colors. So given polygon, we are going to color it with different techniques like scan converting polygon, edge fill, edge flag algorithm, and seed fill algorithm. So these are the different algorithms you will be having to learn how to color the polygon. So this is nothing but your introductory chapter in which you will be learning the line drawing, circle drawing, and polygon coloring. Then comes your third chapter where you are going to concentrate on the transformations of the objects. So 2D transformation and 3D transformations. So in 2D transformation, translation, rotation of the object, reflection of the object, scaling, shearing, and combined transformation that we are going to learn with respect to 2D. Similarly, we will be checking the rotation about any arbitrary point and reflection through arbitrary line. So these 2 points with 2D we are going to learn. Then in the 3D, the same transformations are there: rotation, reflection, translation, scaling, and multiple transformation. So these are nothing but with respect to a 2D image or 2D object and 3D object, we are going to work on the different transformations. So this is your section 1 having 3 chapters. Then in section 2, we will be having the different clipping algorithms. Clipping is nothing but now this screen, this rectangle is visible to you. If anything is outside this rectangle, then that particular part is not visible. So such unnecessary information which is outside your screen, we are going to remove. And that part is called as clipping. So we are going to cut the image which is outside your screen. And for that, you are having the line clipping algorithms. If line is outside the screen, we are going to remove it. Then we will be having midpoint subdivision algorithm for the same. And then we will be having its file storage like things. That is how to store the information on the screen into files. So that part is there in this chapter number 4. Then chapter number 5 or unit number 5 is having visible lines and visible surfaces. So here also, now the fourth chapter is with respect to the line only, but the chapter number 5 is with respect to the surfaces. So if you are having a 2D or 3D image, then in that image, what are the parts which are visible with respect to screen, obviously, and which are at the background. So we are going to remove such background surfaces which are not visible to us. And that is done by using different algorithms like backface removal algorithm, Pentas algorithm, Warnock algorithm, and Z-buffer algorithm. Then we are going to learn anti-aliasing techniques and half-toning techniques. So that we will learn. And then the last chapter is about plane curves and space curves. So whatever we have learned till chapter number 5, they are with respect to the lines and circles only. And then we are going to have the unit 6, in which we will be dealing with the different curves, which are a 2D plane curve or a space curve. So in that we are going to learn how to represent a curve, what is interpolation technique, then parametric and non-parametric curves, Bezier curve, B-spline curve, and then we will be having the fractal lines and surfaces. So this is your total syllabus of computer graphics. Then the textbooks and reference books required. So there are two textbooks in which first of all, this is the textbook computer graphics for chapter number 1. So your total syllabus is divided in 3 books. So for chapter number 1, that is the basic introduction, you will be referring Donald Hearn and Baker, which is PHI publications. Then for chapter number 2, 4, and 5, you can observe here chapter number 2, 4, and 5, they are there in the procedural elements of computer graphics by David Roger. So author is David Roger, and name of the book is Procedural Elements of Computer Graphics. And the third book is also written by David Rogers for chapter number 3 and 6, but the name is given as Mathematical Elements of Computer Graphics. So procedural elements of computer graphics and mathematical elements of computer graphics. So these two combinedly will have your chapter number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And for chapter number 1, we will be using Donald Hearn Baker. So these are the two reference books. If you need some extra information, you can get from the Computer Graphics with Virtual Reality System by Rajesh Maurya and Principle of Interactive Computer Graphics by William Newman. So these are the two reference books. But you will find the overall syllabus in these 3 books. There is no need to use these reference book. For your curiosity, you can go through it. Now we will see the teaching scheme and examination scheme of CG. So computer graphics, the code for the computer graphics is CS215, and teaching scheme is we will be having 3 lectures per week, and we will be having 2 hours practical per week. So this is how I will be handling the subject, 3 hours lecture and 2 hours practical. And the weightage of this subject in examination. So end semester examination, that is ESE, 70 marks. In semester examination, that is ISE1, ISE2, you will be having of 30 marks each, and continuous assessment. So you are going to have the continuous assessment. So this is very important. ICA marks, they are based on your journals, because you are having the practical. So you have to write a journal write-ups for it. So the marks will be based on 3 criterias. These 25 internal marks, they are based on first the journal, second the attendance for your lectures and practicals, and third I will be conducting the MCQ test, which will be helpful for you and the end semester examination, right? So after completion of every chapter, we will be having a test of 10 marks, MCQ test. I will be sharing the link and you have to attempt that test, and whatever the score you will get the ICA marks accordingly. So total 25 marks weightage divided into 3 criteria: journal, attendance, and MCQ test. The in-semester examination of 30 marks, already you know, same as that of your first year, and ESC of 70 marks. So that is the marking scheme of CG. Now let us see the computer graphics. What is the title of the title of the subject? So here the title of the subject is divided into 2 words, computer and graphics. So graphics already you have studied in first year. So what is graphics? It is dealing with the shapes, right? So graphics is nothing but you are going to have the lines, the curves, the images, the objects, 2D or 3D. So all those objects together will have the word as graphics, or you can say its operations like rotation, reflection, so that they are nothing but the graphics. And these things we are going to do with computer, and that's why the name is given as computer graphics. So here we are going to use the Turbo C++ to perform the practicals, where actually we are going to learn how to see the reflection, how to see the rotation of any object. So that is about the computer graphics. Then, so about title of the subject, this introduces the basic of computer graphics and different basic graphic functions. It also develop ability for implementation of different algorithms. So we are going to learn different algorithms to draw the lines, circles. And with this course, student can acquire computer graphics techniques, its uses and implementation details. Next is about central idea of the subject. So here you are going to perform creation, manipulation and storage of geometric objects. So creation means how to build the object, how to draw a line. Then manipulation means how to rotate that line. And storage. So after performing the function, how to store it into the computer. So these are nothing but your modeling techniques. And you are going to have the image, that is rendering techniques. So in this subject, we are going to learn modeling plus rendering. Then it covers basic concept and terminologies, graphics devices, the different algorithms, and transformations on 2D and 3D images, clipping algorithms, and hidden surface removal algorithms. So these are the things we are going to learn in CG. Now, what is importance of the subject? So nowadays you are watching the television where the many cartoons are there, or you can see the different movies like Frozen. So they all are animated movies by making use of computer graphics. So here, along with computer graphics, they are using the softwares like Blender and many more softwares. So to create any particular character. So in this, what is the importance of this subject is not only for the entertainment or not only for making the movies and cartoons, it is used in medical field also. So in case of medical fields, like to detect the cancer and all, so we are going to make use of computer graphics. So also in case of heart surgeries and all, so it is useful in medical applications. Similarly, the graphics is useful in business, then advertising, entertainment, and in almost every field we are using the computer graphics. Then what are the subject outcomes? So subject outcome is nothing but what students are going to learn after learning this subject, or what students are going to achieve after studying this subject. So at the end of this course, student will be able to first draw graphical elements using built-in graphic function in C. So here, if in first year you have used Turbo C, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
Yeah. So in that Turbo C, you have used hash include stdio.h, right? For standard input output header file. So along with stdio.h, there is one more header file which is called as graphics header file. So for that, you have to do the same operation like hash include graphics.h. So if you are including that graphics.h, you will be able to use different graphics related functions like draw line is a function, draw point is a function, then coloring, then drawing arc, drawing circle. So these are the inbuilt function provided in that header file. So here first objective is you should be able to draw the graphical elements using built-in graphic function in C. So this is our first practical where we are going to draw a car or a face or any object of your choice by using the different graphic functions, right? So by using the line or by using the circle, by using the arc, we are going to draw any object. That is our first practical. Then second is differentiate different graphical devices. So many graphical devices are there that we will be learning in this subject. So you have to differentiate between them, whether the input, whether it is input device or output device. Then what are the differences between the working strategy of two devices. So these things we are going to learn. Then the third is you can be able to draw the lines, circles, and fill the polygons. So this we are going to achieve in the chapter number 2 by using different line algorithms, circle algorithm, and how to color the polygon. Then chapter number 3 contains 2D and 3D transformations. So you are going to apply the different 2D and 3D transformations and create simple 2D animation. So along with learning the theory of 2D, 3D transformation in practical, we will be actually performing or actually going with two-dimensional animations. So maybe small animations like car is moving from left to right, or the a smiley which is sad and happy like that, or plant is growing. So such animations we can do with 2D and 3D images. So that is about theory and practicals. Then fifth outcome is demonstrate different clipping algorithms, surface and clip for surfaces and different type of curves. So we are going to make use of clipping algorithms to cut the section which is outside the window, and the for different surfaces also backside surface removal that we are going to learn. So that is about 5 outcomes which are specified by the university itself, and we are going to learn, or we are going to achieve these five outcomes through by learning the syllabus of the CG. Okay, so that is about 5 outcomes, and now we are going to start with the unit number 1. So unit number 1, the name of the unit is Basic Concepts and Devices. Its syllabus is Introduction to Computer Graphics, Application of Computer Graphics, what is meaning by pixel, what is a frame buffer, what is resolution, what is aspect ratio, what is video display devices, that is CRT. So you will be using CRT, or you have learned maybe earlier in first year, cathode ray tube. Then raster scan display, random scan display, color CRT monitors, interactive devices such as joysticks, touch panels, and light pens. So this is our syllabus of the first unit. For that, you will be using the first textbook by Hearn and Baker. So that that is there in the textbook list. And what is the chapter outcome? So by learning this chapter, we are going to get two outcomes which I have specified earlier. So first outcome, during the practicals tomorrow, we will see this, how to draw a graphical element using built-in graphics function in C. So how to draw the different shapes that we are going to learn in our first practical tomorrow. And the second is the student should be able to differentiate different graphical devices. So the devices which are input or output, and what is the methodology, what is the difference in the working method of two devices that we are going to learn. Now about the title of the chapter. So the chapter is Basic Concept and Devices. So here it covers the basic concept of computer graphics. That is, it is a branch of computer science in which we are able to create, manipulate, and store the object and its image. We can also able to display those images on screen or on hard copy devices. As a part of device chapter, it covers all input and output devices. So along with the basic concepts like frame buffer, pixel, and aspect ratio, it is covering all the devices also, input and output. So that is about central idea of the chapter. It has basic terminologies, applications of CG, and information on input and output devices. What is the importance? So until and unless you know the basic concepts, we cannot move further, right? What is a pixel, right? If I say pixel, what comes in your mind?
Camera range.
Yes.
A little box in a screen, ma'am.
Okay. A little box. So I can say instead of a box, I can say a point. So pixel is nothing but a point which has its X and Y coordinates. So if I want to see, if I want to draw any
Touch and dimension आसा नहीं pixel. I am like सभी है मतलब सब viral ला कोड है just point one मतलब ये है ना.
Please mute yourself, all of you. Okay, let it be. Suppose I want to draw any point on the, if I want to draw any point on the paper, then if I place that point on to the paper, it should have its X and Y coordinate, isn't it? It should have its X and Y coordinate. Suppose I want to draw this particular point, right? So for this particular point, if I'm drawing this point with respect to the axis, this is your X axis and this is your Y axis. So if I am drawing this point with respect to x-axis and y-axis, it has certain value. That is, it has certain x value. Let us assume 5. And it has certain y value. Let us assume 4. So whenever I want to draw any point or any pixel, it has its x and y attributes. So the value of this pixel is 5, 4. So pixel is nothing but the point on the screen which has its x and y coordinates and it has a certain color. So on the screen of computer graphics, you can draw any point at a specific XY location and you can color that point according to your choice. So here I am giving the purple color to it. Similarly, you can also change the color of that point. So on the screen, I will be drawing a point. I will be specifying its coordinate and I can change the color. So these are all the basic things we are going to learn. So importance of this chapter is unless and until you know all these basic things, you cannot go for the 2D and 3D images. You cannot go for the curves and all. So to start working with CG, we should know these basic terminologies. So that is the importance of the chapter. Next is, we will start with the what is computer graphics. Okay, so we will start with what is computer graphics. So first of all, it is a branch of computer science. Okay, then what we will have first, that is only textual representation of data. And then comes the diagrammatic representation of data. So first, we are going to write only that I am having a point A, right? Consider a point A with 5, 4, right? So this is nothing but my textual representation of data. A is a certain point which is having x value as 5, y value is as 4, right? So here in text, I can represent the value, but if I want to represent it in diagram, then it will be more useful. That is, I can judge the picture. I can better imagine that point on the screen. So that is achieved by means of a computer graphics. So here, not only textual representation, we are going to have the graphical representation of the data. So what is the graphical representation? The graphical representation includes the graph and pictures. So here the graphics means it includes graph and pictures. So here we can have the mathematical diagrams like line, circle, rectangle, ellipse and all, and we can have charts as well. So along with the mathematical diagram, we can have charts. Then picture is nothing but any image also I can represent onto the screen. So not only points, lines and circles and rectangles, we can have the image as well on the screen. So that is achieved with the help of computer graphics. Next is the definition of the computer graphics. So we can say computer graphics is an art of drawing the pictures, lines, charts using computer with the help of program and software. So CG is nothing but the field of computer science where we can draw any picture in lines, using the computer with the help of program. Program is nothing but the algorithm that we are going to use for writing the program, and software. So here we are going to use the Turbo C++ only as a software, where we are going to check the working of the algorithms and programs to achieve this images on the screen, right? So computer graphics is a branch of CS where we can draw the objects using the computer with the help of Turbo C++ and the different algorithms. Then creation, manipulation, and storage of geometric objects, that is modeling plus rendering, we are going to learn here. And display those images on the screen or hard copy devices. So we can display those images on the screen, or we can take print on the hard copy. So that is nothing but you will be having this different operations with respect to CG. Okay. So just let us see the history of computer graphics. So first, in 1963, Ivan Sutherland developed a sketchpad in which images can be drawn on the screen using light pen. So this 1963, the Ivan Sutherland. So we are going to learn about this scientist, Ivan Sutherland. He has developed the line clipping algorithm. So we are going to learn this in chapter number 4. So he has developed a sketchpad. Sketchpad is not same as that of your tablet or notepad, where we are able to write the things along with the light pen. So he has developed a sketchpad. By using the light pen, we can write on that sketchpad, or we can draw the images which will appear on the screen. So whatever you are writing, you might have observed it while making a signature. So you are making a signature by using light pen onto the sketchpad, and it appears onto the screen on computer. So it is nothing but the device sketchpad he has developed. Along with the light pen, we can draw the images and take it onto the screen. Then he developed virtual reality equipment and designing flight simulator. So after this sketchpad, he has developed virtual reality equipment. So you might have learned the virtual reality, or you have studied many games and are available by using virtual reality. So it is nothing but the car racing games or fighting or any other games that you might have played. It make use of virtual reality. So what is virtual reality? It assumes as that of you are a part of the game. So you are not actually, but it's virtually you are playing that game as if you are there in the game itself. So here he has developed the virtual reality equipment, and then designing of flight simulator. So it actually how the flight is the working of flight is there, he has simulated that. So then what are the things comes under CG? So first, the representation part. So representation means how to draw the object and how it will be displayed onto the screen. Then second is manipulation. So once the object is drawn, I may rotate it, or I may change its size. Suppose representation means what? Suppose I want to draw a circle. So initially I have drawn a circle onto the screen. So that is your first part. Representation is circle, and I have displayed it onto the screen. Then I realize this is too small because I cannot write the center coordinates in it. I want to display this circle along with the center coordinates, let us assume. But in this small circle, I cannot go for this. And that is achieved by using the manipulation. That means I can change the size. I can edit that circle. So now my job is, I don't want this small circle. Instead of that, I want a bigger one. I want a bigger one. So the second part is manipulation. So what I have done is I have okay. So what I have done is I have drawn the bigger circle. All of you are able to view this, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
yeah, okay. Then representation part is over, which I have drawn a small circle. That means the concept is known to me that I have to draw a circle. But later, once the representation is over, I recognize, no, this circle is very small. I have to change that size of the circle. So I am changing it in order to write the center coordinates. Let us have A is a center of this circle as 3, 3, 3, 3. Right? So that is nothing but manipulation. So I have changed the size of the circle and I have edited in that circle. I have written the center point and the coordinates along with the radius. Let us say radius is equal to 2 centimeter. Okay. So that is manipulation part I can do in the CG. And similarly, once this object is with me, next part is I can store the object onto the hard disk. So now it is available on the screen. So I have to store it into the hard disk. So that is nothing but the storage part. So in CG, we are going to represent, we are going to manipulate on that object, and we are going to store at the end. So this is, we are going to do with each and every object in practicals also. So of images or stored in the images by computer with the help of specialized software and hardware. So we are going to have the software and hardware which will store this image onto the hard disk computer. Okay. So what we have learned, the first point, that is the introduction of computer graphics we have seen. Now we are going to see the second point, that is application of computer graphics. So what we are going to do in computer graphics, the definition of computer graphics we have seen, and then the working or the things which comes under the CG that we have seen. And now we are going to see its applications in variety of fields. So first, application of computer graphics is in CAD. That is computer aided design. So you might have heard this CAD word before. That is, it is used in many cases, like by builders, by production, in production of any machine, or by architectures. So CAD is nothing but it is a computer aided design. That is how the object will look like. So it is going to represent. So the first work or the first thing that we can do with CG is representation. So it is going to have the computer aided design, like many architectures, builders, or in many manufactured companies, they are making use of CAD software to check how the product will look like. So that is nothing but your CAD. So we can see here computer aided design. It is used in design of buildings, automobiles, aircrafts, watercraft, spacecraft, computers, textile, and many other products. So objects are displayed in wireframe outline form. So here you can observe one aircraft is there, which is displayed in the wired format. So if you look it, okay, I think now it is visible properly. So it is a wired format, you can check, and that wired format is represented by means of a CAD software. So here it is showing you the design of this aircraft. So we are able to visualize the design. So that is nothing but your CAD. Then objects are displayed in the wired frame outline format, and software packages provide multi-window environment. Multi-window environment means we are going to have the different windows. That is, you have studied in computer graphics, left side view, right side view. So how the object is looking from left hand side view, how the object is looking from top. So all these windows are available. So these provide the different directions, how the object will look from every direction that it will provide. So that is for visualizing purpose, the computer aided design. Here the graphics design package provides standard shapes like circle, rectangle, triangle. So these are the shapes which are standard. They are provided by the graphics design package in the CAD. So there the inbuilt shapes are available that only we have to use. For drawing a circle, we don't have to write any command because it is already provided in the CAD software inbuilt. Then animations are also used in CAD applications. So how it will look, that is rotational view of this object. So it is going to rotate and we can get the 3D view of the object. So that is animations are, such animations are provided here. Then realistic display of architecture design permits simulated walk through the rooms. So virtual reality. So that is nothing but whenever you are playing a game of race, suppose. So there actually you are observing that the roads are moving and you are moving through that particular track. So similarly here also the architecture design, it with virtual reality allows you to walk through the rooms. So here you can actually feel the reality, actual feel as that of real thing, that you are actually moving inside that architectural plan. So that is called as that is the first use application of CAD. Next is presentations graphics. So here it is used to produce illustration for reports or generate slides for use with projectors. So here we can generate the different illustrations or we can make use of different slides in a presentation on projectors. Then it is commonly used to summarize financial, statistical, mathematical, scientific, economic data for research reports, managerial reports, and customer information bulletins. So whenever any presentation is there, suppose I want to give the presentation of result analysis. So that result analysis I can prepare with the help of graphics by using the different charts like bar chart or a three-dimensional chart, three-dimensional bars and all that I can use to represent the data more effectively. So that is mainly used in financial and statistical mathematical representations. For example, bar chart, line graph, pie chart, time chart. So these are the examples how the presentation is carried out. So these are the examples where I can represent the information data in the bar chart format. Similarly, this is a line chart. So it is a three-dimensional line, three-dimensional chart where with the help of line, you can represent the data. Similarly, pie chart is there, then intersected surfaces. So these are the things which are called as fractals also. So we are going to have such representation by using computer graphics. Next, that is third application is computer art. So here it is used in fine art and commercial art. It includes artist paintbrush program, paint packages, CAD packages, and animation packages. So it is used for commercial purpose also, and by painters also. That is the different programs are already there. So in computer graphics, such packages are there, which are paintbrush packages, then animation packages, and CAD packages. So where we can represent the picture. These packages provide facilities for designing the object shape and specifying the object motions. So here we can have the different shapes, as well as after that is, we can introduce the movement in that object as well. So that is the object motion also can be introduced, and it is used in case of cartoon drawing, painting, product advertisement, logo design, etc. So this is computer art use. So here you can observe the examples where you can represent the different objects by using the painting application, that is computer art. Then computer art can be used in electronic painting or morphing. So what is electronic painting? A picture painted electronically on a graphic tablet or digitizer using a stylus. So I have just told you about the Ivan Sutherland, who has developed the Sketchpad. So Sketchpad is nothing but like a notebook. Similarly, here also the graphic tablet, that is called as digitizer. It is same as that of your notebook, and stylus is nothing but your pen. So a computer device, a digitizer, and a stylus. So whatever I am going to draw on that digitizer along by using the stylus, that appears on your screen. So here you are having cordless and pressure sensitive stylus. So the stylus, nothing but pen, it is a wireless, that is a non-wired structure that is free to move on the notebook, and it is pressure sensitive. So depending upon the pressure given, the shape of the objective or the color of the object will change. So that is called as electronic painting by making use of digitizer and stylus. And second is morphing. So morphing is nothing but the graphic method in which one object is transformed into another. So here the morphing is nothing but I am changing the morphological structure of it. Maybe the circle, I can change it by giving the pressure and it will become oval, and so on. So such that I'm going to have the graphical methods in which I'm changing the surface structure, outside structure of the object. So here are the examples. Where the morphological structure by changing the or giving the pressure, changing the size, I can change the face of a lady into the lizard's face. So that is also possible by using the morphing techniques. Then the next application is entertainment. So it is used in movie. You might have studied Matrix movie or Titanic. So all these movies are made up with the computer graphics. So it is used in motion pictures, music, videos, and television shows. It is used in making the cartoon animation films. So these are the cartoon animation films. Then along with the entertainment in movies, we can use the CG in game industry also. So the different gaming applications, it focus on the interactivity, cost effectiveness solution, and avoiding computation and other tricks. So these are the used in game industry as well. Then the fifth application is education and training. So we can give the education. For example, uh, uh, the working of aircraft for a pilot. Working of aircraft for a pilot, that can be taught by making use of the different CAD softwares, or actually the 3D animation kind of thing. So we can make the 3D animation of the aircraft and teach the working. Or you have seen the simulation of a car. While learning the car, initially they provide the simulator where you have to judge the road and all. So that is education and training can be given by making use of computer graphics, aircraft pilot or air traffic control and all. So that is done. Then the next is visualization. So visualization, so like scientific visualization, for example, if what will be the, suppose the Saturn and all those planets are moving, so in how many days they will reach to which position. So such calculations can be done, such scientific calculation and mathematical calculation can be done through visualization. So it will actually visualize the movement of those planets, and it will find out the final position of that planets. So it will produce the graphical representation for scientific, engineering, and medical data set. So this is about scientific visualization of data, which is having the different um, characteristics like. So it is suitable for business visualization as well. Then it represents the commerce and industry relate and non-scientific areas also. Then techniques used for color coding, contour plots, graph charts. So it is useful over there. Then image processing techniques like combining of two graphs and all, so that we can also do in this visualization. Then image processing. Next is image processing. So here image processing is widely used in medical fields nowadays. So here we are having the different techniques to modify or interpret the existing pictures such as photographs. So currently, whatever the different diseases are there, suppose cancer and all. So those photographs we can collect and we can prepare the database of those images. And by comparing the current image with those available database, we can come to a conclusion by using any machine learning algorithm. So here image processing is nothing but we can perform the picture enhancement, we can enlarge the picture, we can perform the X-ray, that is tomography, we can perform the simulation of operations. So how the operation will be carried out in case of cancer and all heart related surgeries. Then the ultrasonic and nuclear medicine scanners. So these are all applications comes under image processing. Similarly, the applications like machine perception, that is visual information of robotics. So how the perception of the machine with respect to a specific image, that is also done in the application. Similarly, improving the picture quality. So if the picture is blur, that picture can be converted into clear picture by removing the noise from that picture and all. So that is also done in the image processing by using the computer graphics. And then we will have the GUI, that is graphical user interfaces. So major component is window manager. Then to make a particular window active, click in that window, interfaces display. So we might have, you might have seen the CCTV footage of many cameras. So in that particular thing, the very small windows are present. Suppose 10 CCTV cameras are there in our institute. So 10 small windows are there, and each one is showing the different footage. So in that, if I want to check any one, then what I have to do is I have to click in that particular window to make that window active. And whenever I am clicking on that window, it will be active, and I will be getting the enlarged picture of that window. So here also same thing, it interfaces display menus and icons. So here in GUI, the better interface is required. Then graphical symbol designed to look like the processing option it represents. So here it is nothing but the different operations that we can perform on it. The advantages of icon is less screen space, then easily understood. Then the menus contain list of textual information and icons. So here in GUI also we can use the computer graphics effectively. So you can see here the GUI where the push button is there, and I can specify the name of it.
त्या मॅडमची लेक्चर शिकवतात की चालू आहे त्यांचं. हॅलो.
Okay. Yes.
हा मॅम, लेक्चर कंटिन्यू ठेवता का, म्हणजे लिहू नका करू. मला होस्ट कराल का?
Okay, I will do it. Yeah. Okay. So whatever we have studied right now, that graphical user interface and all, so these are the different graphics packages we will be using for different applications. Depending upon our application, we are going to select the appropriate graphics package. Okay, so that is about the second point of the syllabus, application of computer graphics, that we have seen. And from next lecture onwards, we are going to start with the basic terminologies in the computer graphics, that is pixel, frame buffer, etc. So let us stop for today and give attendance. A division students, roll number 1,
Present, ma'am.
2,
Present, ma'am.
3,
Present, ma'am.
4,
Present.
okay, 5,
Yes, ma'am.
6,
Present, ma'am.
7,
Present.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Present, ma'am.
11. 11 is there. 12,
Yes, ma'am.
13,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 14,
11 present, ma'am.
okay, 11 present. 14 roll number.
Present, ma'am.
15,
Present, ma'am.
16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 19,
Present, ma'am.
20,
Present, ma'am.
21,
Present.
22,
Present.
23,
Yes, ma'am.
24, 25,
Present, ma'am.
26, okay, 26,
Present.
27,
Present, ma'am.
28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30, 30 roll number, 31, 31, 32,
Present, ma'am.
33,
Present.
34,
Present, ma'am.
35,
Present.
36,
Present, ma'am.
37, 38,
Present, ma'am.
37 present, okay, 38,
Yes, madam.
39, 40,
Present.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43, 44, 45, 46,
Yes, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48,
Present, ma'am.
49,
Yes, madam.
50,
Present.
51,
Present, ma'am.
52,
Present.
53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 55,
Present.
56,
Present.
57,
Present.
roll number 56,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 57,
Present, ma'am.
58,
Present.
59,
Yes, madam.
60,
Present.
roll number 59 is there.
Yes, madam.
Why you have written G62? Okay, 61,
Yes, madam.
62,
Present.
63,
Present, ma'am.
64, 65,
Yes, ma'am.
66,
Present, ma'am.
67,
Present, ma'am.
68,
Present, ma'am.
69,